guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. And yeah, I got word that they're doing a press conference in about 10 minutes. So I figured, let me go live, let me stop what I'm doing, take a break from what I'm doing, and let me go live and we will watch the press conference together. I'm very curious if they are going to arrest her or not. Simply because it is illegal to do what she did in Alabama. This isn't New York where they may blow it off. This is Alabama. And they very could be arrested. Yes, Danny, I changed my name. It's me. I don't know why I'm wheezing. So I happen to be watching JB. Oh my God. The comments are horrendous. I can't even deal with the comments. What's up, Blonde Gypsy? So let me say hi to everyone. What's up, Sweetie Pie, Blonde, Melly, Thunder, Irish Fairy, Sly Angel. Sly Angel's the one that told me about it. Crystal, who's driving. Rhodey, who's driving. Hey, Natalie. Hey, Tracy. I hope they arrest her, too. I really do. I think she deserves to be arrested. Thank you, Denise. I really think she deserves to be arrested. Now, do we know where... Let me see. Oh, wait. You know what I forgot? I forgot you twerk. Hold on. Uh-oh, with my twerk. There it is.
Yo, don't hit subscribe. I always try to tell them, they do it every time. I tell them there's a problem, but they acting like it's fine. I'm begging them to stop, but they leave me with a like.
Yes, it's me. I changed the name. And that's what I'm saying. According to Alabama law, she really should be arrested. All right, so they're holding a press conference. That's police last week. I'm just trying to find where to run it from, that it's not running from another YouTube channel. But Hoover PD is not really showing it. My goal is to find a way to be called your simp on other lives. You know, I figured something out today. I really did. I had an epiphany, and I know I'm right. And as soon as I figure this out, I will tell you. All right, here we go. All right. Watch a full conference at 4 o'clock. It doesn't give you a link. All right. I guess I'll watch it on JB then. I really don't have a choice. I heard a content creator ask Carlee for the donation back, and she apparently answered asking for an extra $5 saying grow up. Yeah, I don't know if that's true. So check out my epiphany that I had. You guys are going to be like, whoa, that makes sense. So I was listening to Dolly, who then was talking about Heels in the Air, Chronicles of the Shady, and Queen Bee had this blowout. You got to hear it, blah, blah, blah. So I went over to Queen Bee and I'm listening. And I'm listening to her get angry, like we all do. And then it hit me. I know why she gets so much grace from people. And I'm actually surprised that nobody has figured this out before. she gets so much grace, because when she like goes off and screams and yells and, you know, says bad words, we all do that. But she has 4 or 5 people straightening it out for her. She always has 4 or 5 people to explain it, to say, oh, well, what she's saying is this. So she can just go off, and then she has all these people on the panel making it right. And I don't know why I never realized that before, but I was like, now that makes sense. That's why she gets so many passes, because she's not saying anything different than the rest of us when we go off. But again, she doesn't need to explain it. She could just go off, and then 4 or 5 people are explaining it from all different angles. And that's why they cover for her, but that's why nobody can say anything, because by the time somebody's done, it's already been explained with 4 different opinions. But the ass kissing over there, oh my God, I can't even listen. It's worse than fucking Molly. I mean, it really was. Did you see? I don't watch Toasty. I don't care for Toasty.
Is in here, just he's going to pass it off to Chief Thursday. He's going second, and then there will be a brief question and answer period. So, if Captain Escaleva, like he did the other day, is going to be the one to call on you guys. Okay, so just make sure after he recognizes you, just to give your name and affiliation, so we know who you are. Okay, appreciate it. So a couple of minutes. We'll go to 2 minutes, and I go red. All right.
And with that, we're going to reset here. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the press conference here on Double D.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was echoed. My bad. And calling everyone a baby like a friend would. No, I'm serious. It hit me when I know that was my fault. It was echoing. That it just really hit me. I was like, wow. That's why she gets so many free passes, because everybody straightens out what she says. No, I didn't find the stream. This is JLR. This is FLA. I mean, the news people say they have it, but then they don't. But yeah, the echoing was totally my fault. I forgot to turn off mic. I don't know what she's even going over, to be honest. And why does Toasty need to go over the documents? I mean, that's just weird. Like, it's not your lawsuit. Stay out of it. Does QB's attorney know she's doing that true crime? I can't imagine an attorney saying that that's okay. Honestly. That's what I'm saying. I don't think her lawyer would want that at all. Lawyer would say, absolutely do not have anybody go through the documents. It's not their business. Oh, no, Melly, I appreciate it. I'm just saying, I was letting you know that I realized it was my own fault. I hate when there's an echo. They've all fallen in line over the heels. That's true. I know, I saw that. No, Melly, I was going to, and then I just got sidetracked. Is it good? I know it was a crazy case. Molly's the one that brought that case out for any of us, really. She is a nut job. I agree. Now, my question is, do you think that they hid so much thanks to what happened with Zavgirl, or do you think they were going to hide it anyway? I do wonder about that. that if because of what YouTube did to Zap Girl, it's all over the place now, and it was picked up by news stations, so now they have to watch anything that goes public. And if that's the case, that sucks. And I really hope that's not the case. All right, I think we're going.
All right, so that's the official
2-minute warning. See, I never thought she was pretty to begin with. Yeah, but it's a different state than Valo. I don't know, I just feel like that they are being careful about what they show now. Which sucks, because some of us enjoy the gruesome details, as horrible as that sounds. Now, I remember when Molly first talked about the case. Have they really, Melly? BG is apparently going to go over the court documents and reviewing the case as well as the letter BHB is supposed to be responding to. I'm telling you, true crime, I am not a lawyer, and even I know absolutely that lawyer would say definitely not. For one simple reason, what you're doing is you're giving Betty a heads up. Because you know what Betty's going to discuss. You know, now we know what angle you're taking or going over it. She's not an attorney. She shouldn't be doing this at all. Hey, Aussie. Oh, I can imagine, Melly. But yeah, she shouldn't be doing that at all. It's not going to do QB any favors at all. But I guess she's got to talk about Betty somehow. EBT lawyer? That's because he's got an EBT website. I don't know. I just feel like Dolly's got something up his sleeve. He's not going so hard for her for no reason. He's got something behind him. I don't know. I'll talk to you guys after.
Good afternoon. I'm Captain Keith Escaliba with the Hoover Police Department. We're here today to provide an update in the Carlee Russell investigation. Chief Nick Durzis will read a prepared statement that will provide an update in this case. After reading the statement, we will have time for a few questions related to the case. Keep in mind, this is still an ongoing investigation, and there are some questions we simply cannot answer at this point. With that, I'll turn it over to Chief Durzis.
Hey, PJ.
Good afternoon. Thanks to everyone for attending again today. I want to thank the members of our department and all of law enforcement who played a role in the investigation of this case. Last Wednesday, July 19th, we held a press conference and provided you with the facts of the Carlee Russell disappearance. We told you the investigation was ongoing. We helped you determine where Carlee was during the 49 hours of her disappearance. Today I've talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carlee to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement in its entirety, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone from the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they are filed.
All right, with that, we'll take a few questions. As Officer Hale said, when I call on you, please state your name and your affiliation. Yes, sir.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 100.1 FM Summit Media. Chief, do we at this time, or does the Hoover Police Department know the whereabouts of Carlee Russell during that 49-hour period that she was supposedly missing?
Now, as I said the other day, was talking facts and everything. If I said anything today, would just be speculation. Actual facts, we do not.
Aaron Llewellyn, WB Team 13. Can you tell us what her motivation was for doing this, if you can?
I wish I could tell you. I think only Carlee knows, and maybe her attorney now, but again, the statement that we received from him does not indicate any.
Brittany Dion, WBRC, can you give us an idea of what charges you may be filing against her?
That would strictly be up to the district attorney's office.
David Lamb, CBS 42, can you update us so that there is a meeting scheduled for this afternoon with the family, or when is that meeting taking place with Carlee?
No, not a meeting with the attorney, not the family or Carlee. We have a meeting scheduled with the attorney, and that will take place some point tomorrow.
And there is no meeting with Carlee Russell or her family at this point?
Not scheduled, no, sir.
Bria Chapman with Fox 6. What's next to close this investigation?
Well, again, we want to talk to Mr. Anthony tomorrow and see if he has any more to discuss about the case. We'll certainly be asking if we'll get an opportunity to again interview Carlee like we've wanted to since she returned.
Chief Stephen Quinn, ABC 3340.
Yes, sir.
Your reaction now, knowing that Carlee has admitted that this was made up?
Well, I'm glad that we got this. You know, we certainly laid the facts out to you guys and to the national media that had a lot of interest in this particular case. The sad thing is that again, there were so many people that were involved, took this thing very, very seriously, and again, we wanted the focus to be bringing her home. She got home. We're very excited about that. It is what it is. The facts, I think, last Wednesday pretty much showed that we knew that it was a hoax.
Lisa Crane with WBTM 13. Do you know the expense you went to during this search? And if you don't have a dollar figure for us, just how big it was for you guys?
Well, it was all hands on deck, and we don't have a dollar figure yet, but we're certainly working towards getting one, and not only ours, but there'll be other agencies that had a lot of support that they gave us and had monetary expenses themselves.
Right here. Jonathan, what JLR investigates, are the parents under any investigation?
You know, as I said the other day, we were going to try to determine exactly those 49 hours. So right now, you know, anything's on the table. We still don't know what happened in those 49 hours, where she was, did she have any help? We have no idea. You know, I read the statement from Mr. Anthony, that's all we know.
Right. Keith Mims, WAGG 610 Summit Media. Chief, let me ask you this. What do you think prompted or provoked Carlee to do this kind of thing? And are there any kind of mental issues that the police department or the public should be concerned about, or just what?
You know, not that I'm aware of. I mean, it's, this is a very elaborate deal. I mean, when you talk about calling a 911 and being up on the interstate, again, it would all be conjecture. So really, I don't know. I was hoping that we'd have an opportunity to interview and we'd be able to ask her those questions.
Were any others involved in putting this story together for her?
Mr. Anthony, in his statement, says there was not.
Right here.
Liviana Kelmes, WBRC, Fox 6 News. You said that you had a meeting scheduled and it kind of switched into a statement. Did they give any type of reason that switched?
No, they did not.
Back here.
Aaron Llewellyn, WB Team 13. But just for clarification, Carlee Russell is not in custody right now.
That is correct. That is correct.
Last question with David.
David Lamb, once again. So, first of all, when did you actually see this letter? And second of all, do these admissions and the content of the letter alter the investigation at all?
No, not at all. We'll continue to investigate. We're still trying to determine where she was during those 49 hours. But I am glad that we received this. It at least puts some of the social media super sleuths hopefully at rest for a little bit as far as the conjecture of what everybody thinks took place. We know that by her own admission, it didn't happen, and we're thankful for that.
All right, thank you guys very much.
Letter alter the investigation.
Russell's not in custody right now.
That is correct. That is correct.
Last question with David.
Fox 6 News.
This was an elaborate deal. I mean, when you talk about calling a 911 and being up on the interstate, again, it would all be conjecture.
Are there any kind of mental
Under any investigation?
Well, it was all hands on deck, and we don't have a dollar figure yet, but we're certainly working towards getting one, and not only ours, but there'll be other agencies that had a lot of support that they gave us and had monetary expenses themselves.
Right here.
Jonathan, what JLR investigates, are the parents under any investigation?
As I said the other day, we were going to try to determine exactly those 49 hours. So right now, anything's on the table. We still don't know what happened in those 49 hours, where she was, did she have any help? We have no idea. I read the statement from Mr. Anthony, that's all we know.
Right here.
Keith Mims?
Hi, sir. JLR from JLR Investigates. Are the parents involved? Yeah, I heard that. So we have an inside source there. I'm telling you guys, I'm never listening to you guys again. I could have been there this whole time. I could have gone every day. I'm never listening to you guys again. Shop for a puppy. Yeah, it's JLR. JLR Investigates. So, I personally think that she has not been arrested.
Breaking news on WFL.
That she has not been arrested due to the lawyer. If not for that lawyer, I think they would have arrested her. But because of the lawyer, they're not arresting her yet. Here's why I don't think that she can use mental illness. She was too calculated. Someone with mental illness is not going to pre-calculate the way she did. And she really premeditated that from the searches, from everything. So I don't think that she can use mental illness. I mean, she may use it to get out of going to jail, but I don't think that she's going to be able to use it any other way. I really don't. And I don't have mental illness, so maybe I'm wrong, but if someone with mental illness wants to comment, if you do have mental illness, you're not, as far as I understand it, you're not going to be premeditated. You're just going to kind of do it. And you're not going to have the searches. You're not going to steal. So that's why I don't believe it's mental illness. And I definitely don't believe she acted alone. That's for sure. That's what I'm saying, Sly Angel. I don't know enough about mental illness to say 150%, but I don't know. What I do know about mental illness, it doesn't work like that. JB's got a hell of a studio. I don't even understand why he needs all those screens. I want my desk to look like that. Screens everywhere. Lucky if her parents are rich, I agree. I don't believe her parents have anything to do with it, though. Her boyfriend, yes. You can absolutely have mental illness and do something like this. I know. Okay, so Christy, let me ask you. would you be pre-calculated? I keep saying pre-calculated. Would you be premeditated like she was? Because that's my issue, is that it was so premeditated and thought out. Is bipolar going to be thought out like that? And where did it come out that she never finished nursing school? Because I know that's like a rumor that started, but do we even have proof of that? They overthink things. With a puppy name? What kind of puppy? It depends what kind of puppy. Like if it's a lab, call him Barkley. Yeah, but I've heard a lot of rumors that she is I don't know, she got kicked out of nursing school or that she never finished.
Funny about this, the word hoax has been tossed about. There's nothing funny about this
for anybody
or anybody.
No.
There's no games that should be played when it comes to missing persons cases. I shared this on stream. Can you think of what it must have been like for a parent of an actual missing person to see this case get so much media attention and then find out that it was not true, that the story that was told that was just not true?
And why did it get media attention? It's because often there is criticism of the media, I'm using that term very loosely, that we don't cover missing persons cases enough. Obviously, that's something you have championed and made a huge difference in, and our audience has made a huge difference in on WFLA Now. But I thought about the detectives who must have been putting aside other work they are doing, because just as every police department across the country is.
Now, let me also add to this. Alabama does not have a high rate of missing people. And maybe this is why it went viral, I don't know. But I've looked into it. We don't have lots of missing people here. You don't really see kidnapping, abductions like you do other places. So it could be why it went viral, plus the circumstances. Premeditation line shows you know right from wrong. True. Yeah, but you can have a mental illness and still know right from wrong. But I don't know. I just feel like it's too premeditated. Even looking up how to get search for her to use that as a reason. But I also think she's covering for her boyfriend. He was like, probably not, but in a mental... Yeah, but this went on for hours. I mean, she went to Target and bought stuff. She went to the restaurant. She called her relatives. I don't see your other comment, Greta. I don't see another comment. We haven't heard why. No, we have not heard why she did it. But the whole I acted alone, I'm just not buying that. Alright, I'm going to put this on while the dogs go nuts. Otherwise, you're going to hear it. It's annoying. Mental illness may be a mitigating factor. I don't know. Stole a spa robe and money from her work. Correct.
In the social media community that focuses on missing persons cases, this isn't, I don't think that's going to deter any of that. It's just frustrating for those who have loved ones who are missing. This is a case that received, and it really, it stems from a woman sounding as if she's trying to do the right thing. Toddler on the side of the road, middle of the night, in an interstate in central Alabama. My goodness, trying to call 911. He hears a scream. All of these details makes you think, oh my goodness, this is such a goodwill, such a story of goodwill that all of a sudden takes this, evil turn. Who would do something like this? And then to find out that this didn't happen, it's going to be frustrating for people watching. It's going to be frustrating for I would imagine, for Carlee Russell's family, for the neighbors, for the community, because again, we just don't have a definitive answer as to why. Why would you do something like this? It's an actual question that I'm throwing out there. Why would somebody want to do this? Is it to hear your name on social media platforms? Is it for are you trying to achieve social media fame? Is there something? I mean, she, again, going back to her Google search history, Jack, she's looking up the movie Taken. Is there something?
Right.
That, I mean, we don't want to go down the speculative rabbit hole too deep, but what eludes us in this case up until this point is motive. We don't know why she would do something like this.
No, and what is going to be so fascinating to watch, the district attorney in Jefferson County is a man named Danny Carr, and there have been incidences. And, as we've seen with some prosecutors in big cities, they've taken an initiative not to prosecute, certain things that they don't feel are worthy of maybe the resources. A lot of district attorneys get to have the.
See, honestly, and don't hate me for this, I grew up in an affluent home. And I did some stupid things that quote-unquote wealthy kids do. And I'm sorry, but I don't think she has any kind of mental illness. I think she's a rich kid, spoiled rich kid who didn't get her way about something and wanted to shake something up. Maybe she had a fight with her parents that day. Maybe she had a fight with her boyfriend. But I think this was, for lack of a better way to say it, rich kid gone wrong. I mean, I don't think her parents were overly loaded. I think they were middle class, upper middle class. But yeah, I just think this was a spoiled rich kid. So, just my opinion. And I'm not saying I'm right, but I just don't think it's mental illness. That's what I'm saying. Hoover's not that rich of a neighborhood. I did find a rich neighborhood, though, not far from there, called Mountain Brook, I think it's called. I found it last night somehow. Could be more one thing. See, a lot of people are giving a thing for mental illness. I don't believe so. Mountain Brook, yes. I was like, wow, that's a rich area. And then I was looking at a house. I'm like, yeah, like 3-bedroom houses, like 1.5 million. I'm like, dang. I was poor too and lived it. Did you really? I don't know. It looks pretty rich to me. Is it Mountain Brook they lived in? Is that where they lived? It's a pretty wealthy area. Is that where she lived, was Mountain Brook? Because it's an expensive area. I think it's noted as the most expensive place in Alabama to live. Carlee lives in Hoover. But yeah, I don't know. I just think this is a rich kid gone wrong. She wanted attention. It was her boyfriend, something. Just my opinion. Natalie Holloway lived it. Oh, did she? In your opinion, it's not sweet. Well, we don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I just happened to see it. I was looking at something about Alabama. I was looking up crime in Alabama. Yeah, I don't know Central Alabama at all. But how many people think the boyfriend's involved? I do. Yeah, but the thing is, Sharik, if she had mental illness, it wouldn't come out now. You don't just have a breakdown at 25 years old and decide to fake your own kidnapping. That just doesn't add up. Someone would have recognized she has mental illness before this, even if it was little. Nursing school, you have to do tests. There's just no way that nobody saw any kind of mental illness before now. I'm just not buying it. I don't believe so. I don't know. And honestly, we may never know. I feel like she just wanted attention for somebody, whether it be she had a fight with her parents, she had a fight with her boyfriend, something. But I strongly believe if she had this kind of mental breakdown or mental illness, somebody would have known. I think the boyfriend cheated on her. She was drifting away. She wanted to get his attention. Very possible. Yeah, but the boyfriend had no pictures of her, and then all of a sudden has pictures of her. Then we have the brother in Christ, who we haven't heard or seen anything from. Wasn't that this case, the brother in Christ? The brother that wasn't really the brother? That was his case, right? Exactly, Denise. Especially going through nursing school. They do all sorts of psych exams during nursing school. They have to. So that's why I'm not buying the mental illness thing. Somebody would have known. Her mom would have said it. Her mom would have said, whenever there's mental illness involved in a kidnapping or a runaway, what do you always hear? You always hear them say endangered, meaning mental illness. Yeah, I believe it was too, Crystal. I don't see, sweet one. I'm not saying you're wrong because we don't know, but I don't believe that. You're going to off yourself. You're not going to leave your phone and leave a trail so people are looking for you. You're going to try to hide everything. See, that's what I was trying to find out. East Coast, if it was rumor or not. I didn't say it can't be mental illness. I said I don't believe it's mental illness. Go look at Tizian account. There's another missing twin girls and a mother kidnapped from father's custody here in Alabama. Is that Tizian? Is that Twitter? Yeah, she took Cheez-Its, she took granola bars, she took a meal. That definitely wasn't suicide. Yeah, that's another thing. She called the police about a little kid, like definitely not trying to unalive herself. Christy, is that Tizian? Is that Twitter? Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. All right, let me check it out. Hold on. I agree with that too. Yes, JLR, our inside source, was there. It's too late now, Randa. I asked all you guys, should I go? And y'all told me no. Most of you said no, don't bother. The tizzy ant that I see is in Florida.
Everything in my power to find.
He's cute. This one?
Who may ever see this? These are my girls. This page is dedicated to finding my girls. I've done everything in my power to find my girls. If we can get this video just watched, okay, in the Phoenix City, Auburn, Alabama, Georgia area, if you've seen these girls, please contact me. Please. That's all I ask. Just contact me, and you can message me here, and I'll leave, my number or whatever necessary that you need to contact me. But these are my girls. This is Zariah Parrish. This is Zamaya Parrish. Yes, they are twins. They are fraternal twins. Their mother took them when she didn't have custody. We can't find her. Point blank, period. She won't talk to me. She blocked me on everything. She won't even tell me why. I've only seen them one time. So with this page, every day, all day, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find you. And we're going to watch these videos back together just so I can show you how much Daddy love you and Daddy ain't going to never stop trying.
Yeah, that's totally different though. It sounds like the cops would know where the mom is though. And he said he's only seen them once. So, I don't know. It is sad. But it sounds, I don't know, that's different though. You don't want to see her go to jail? Why? Think about it though. Why not? You can't take people's word on social media. That is true. I'm telling you, the lawyer is saving her from not being arrested. That lawyer is what's protecting her. I'm looking to see if there's anything else. It's so hot today. She had a public breakdown, I'm sure, prior to that. Yeah, but she went berserk. She, like, totally went berserk. Carlee didn't go berserk. You think she's ruined her life? I don't know. I don't think she's ruined her life. Oh yeah, that lawyer's totally saving her ass. Exactly, that's why you lawyer up. Agreed. Alright. Trustville Tribune, Carlee Russell admits kidnapping was faked in a statement released by her attorney. Let's see. I don't know, and sometimes I wonder, I think, are they saying that she, you know, they may press charges for political reasons? But by the way, while this comes up, did you guys hear about the guy that jumped off Carnival Cruise in Florida? He literally just jumped off in Tampa. Last I knew, they didn't find him yet. Didn't ever enter rehab for mental illness. That's true too. If it was mental illness, then why isn't she in the hospital? Because of mental health issues. Town next to me is one of the worst jails in Alabama. They did 2 of 90 days show-in. I don't know. But doesn't that... All right, so let me ask you this. Doesn't that go back to privilege? Forget color. But doesn't that go back to privilege? Because if some schlump on the street faked a kidnapping and wasted all of this money, they'd be arrested. They didn't have a lawyer, they'd be arrested. So, isn't this a privilege thing? Well, she's got an attorney, her parents have money, she has money, so therefore, she won't be arrested. It's messed up. I don't know. It doesn't say why he jumped. Coast Guard, Air, and Sea Crews are working to search for the missing passenger 95 nautical miles east of Melbourne. According to security, they realized he jumped off because they can afford a great... That's what I'm saying, Voodoo. It's a privilege thing. Because, again, if she was some bum on the street, she'd be arrested. She couldn't afford a good attorney, she'd be arrested. They wasted a lot of manpower. A lot. And where's the money that was raised? Which, honestly, I don't even really get either. If her parents have so much money, why would you need a GoFundMe? I didn't really catch the reason for that either. Nah, Christy, they would say the lawyer's name then. He would be at the press conference. This isn't a publicity stunt. When it comes to publicity stunts, the lawyer would be front and center. The lawyer would have been at the press conference. We don't even know the lawyer's name. It's Debbie, that's what I said. That's exactly what I'm saying. I said that earlier, that this was not, I don't believe it was mental illness. As sad as that sounds, I just don't. And I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I could most definitely be wrong. All right. Here we go, right here. 63,000 raised in donations for Alabama woman will not be refunded. Despite Alabama women Carlee Russell vanishing and then reappearing 2 days after reporting a sighting of a wandering toddler, over $63,000 donated to Crime Stoppers in the search for her will not be refunded. Alabama.com reports that initially Crime Stoppers had promised to return the $63,378, but later backtracked and reversed its decision. This investigation is still ongoing, and accordingly, there is no basis to refund any contributions at this time. Furthermore, the Hoover Police Department has not requested for any donor contributions to be released or refunded, Crime Stoppers said on Monday. Russell called 911 earlier this month at around 9:30 p.m. to report seeing a toddler along Interstate 459 in Hoover. Minutes later, she reported the same information while on a call with her sister-in-law, adding that she would not be able to stop. Traffic camera footage showed Russell's car hazard lights, blah, blah, blah. We already know all that. Police said Russell claimed she was kidnapped. All right. While an anonymous donor gave $20,000 to the reward fund, the Birmingham Board of Realtors offered $25,000. According to Alabama.com, those funds were returned. An additional $13,378.58 was given by around 60 donors. Crime Stoppers initially said it was emailing the donors to let them know a refund was possible if they want one. We would never use a crime as a fundraiser, Copa said. This is strictly for the benefit of getting law enforcement the best information as quickly as possible. And also, it also allows the public to get involved because they want to get involved. We had donations as large as $25,000 and as small as $5, but every dollar counted because, welcome Debbie, because it came from somebody who wanted to see Carlee come. So far, police have not charged Russell with any crime, although former criminal defense lawyer Eric Guster said the search for Russell consumed the time and money of both law enforcement and concerned community members. He also listed the crimes she allegedly committed, including lying to police, theft, and filing a false report. That's all it says. So if they're not returning the money, where is it going? That's what I want to know. Where's it going then? I don't know. All right, this is showing from today. Hold on. Her actions, Piccola said she was furious. Her Russell made up the whole story. She needs to admit what she did. This looks like the same stuff. Nancy Grace did something on it. Crime Stoppers didn't do any of that this case. This was because the media and online stuff. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if that's SF asked for his donation back and they refused. I don't know. That's wrong. If I donated something to a specific case, I'd want that money back if it was all a scam. Then I'd feel like I got scammed. Do we know what happened to... Anyone know anything about this case? Hold on. James Yablonski, dad's to mortgage home, offers $10,000 reward for son who disappeared with a gun. For nearly 6 weeks, Wisconsin teen James Yablonski has been missing. His father's offering a reward to anyone providing information. Crime Online reported Yablonski said he last saw his 13-year-old son on June 11th. I haven't heard about this case. Son fled a home in the family van and is believed to have taken a gun with him. Within an hour reporting him missing, police found the van near Devil's Lake. Investigators also found his cell phone with clothing. Post Crescent reports Williams said he canceled vacations and camping trips to remain close to home in the event the new tips come in. He added he's been collaborating with a professional tracker to help in the search. We haven't given up. I haven't heard about this either. James described as a white male, stands 5'11", 120. He was last seen wearing a baseball cap, red shoes, shirt, and blue jeans. I've not heard anything about this. Did he, like, steal the van? This was not the first time she ran away. She watched the reaction of a stepfather when they were asked if the mom and dad thought she was kidnapped, and think he shook his head. I agree, Emmy. I think it should be returned. That's got to be the worst feeling in the world. There's only one thing worse than a dead kid, and that's a missing kid. Couldn't even imagine.
Number of law enforcement officials who are searching for a 13-year-old Reedsburg boy, James Yablonski, is now reduced, not because police are less optimistic, but because they believe he does not want to be found. Though the public isn't involved in the search, volunteers close to Baraboo and beyond still want to help. NBC 15's Marcus Arsvold learns why.
Up until this point, the public has been asked not to help in the search, but that doesn't mean the community hasn't shown their support. I spoke with 2 organizations who sent volunteers out here to try to help people find James.
It's thousands of acres that most people will never see. They'll never get more than a couple hundred yards, into the woods or anything like that. So when you're actually walking through the bluffs and you're seeing the rocks and you're seeing how thick it is, it's tough sledding out there.
Jacob Franson manages Sky High Fruit Farm in the Baraboo Bluffs. Since the public isn't supposed to search the rough terrain, his team figured they'd serve coffee and breakfast for those that can.
When there is something going on, we all know the rough area where it is, and we all have idea who lives around there. So we just want to help out however we can.
Volunteer veterinarian Becky Johnson also gave her free time to provide aid for the canine police dogs.
They are dealing with unique situations, especially today because the terrain is so rough and the days are warm and the days are long.
Johnson says canines are crucial to finding missing people because they can smell what humans can't see. Her role is to help keep the dogs hydrated and healthy.
Whether that be helping with cuts and scrapes or providing fluid support or even maybe referring them to larger veterinary facilities from around the area.
She says it's an honor to help in any way she can to find James.
So they're out searching all day. They're tracking, and these dogs will go and go and go until they're exhausted. So that's why their canine handlers have to be very educated on how to take care of them, how to take signals from them, know when they're getting
tell them, but they do it every time. I tell them it's a problem, but they acting like it's fine. I'm begging them to stop, but they leave me with a like.
Yeah, but what kind of kid doesn't want to be found? The kid's 13.
Too tired, and then bring them in, and then we can care for them here.
Law enforcement officers say the community support has been truly crucial. They've had 2 injuries during this search because the terrain is so rough and due to the heat, so it's extra helpful to have people supporting them. For now, in Baraboo, Marcus Arsvold, NBC 15 News.
Now, the Sauk County Sheriff's Office confirms they found a second campsite with a jug of water, socks, and something that holds a knife that could belong to James. Having found more evidence suggesting the 13-year-old is trying to live as a survivalist in nature, police believe he is trying to evade their search efforts. Starting tomorrow, fewer officers will be out searching for the Reedsburg teen.
We feel like our added presence at this point could continue to just push him further and further away. And that's what we're taking into account with the change that you may see behind me now with the lack of squads.
Police believe James is alive and has access to food and water. As of now, they plan to continue the search through the weekend and into next week.
That's so weird. It's just a mom. Name him Barkley. For some reason, I like that name for a dog, Barkley. And yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Heather, she was not kidnapped. Everything was a lie. They don't know if they're pressing charges yet. She does have an attorney. That's pretty much it. This is wild, though. Like, what makes them think he's alive? And what makes them think he has access to food and water?
Two at four, the suspect in a deadly shooting Saturday was the victim's father, and they were fighting allegedly over money. This is according to an update from Madison Police. An MPD spokesperson says 64-year-old John Shively was still there when officers responded to the shooting on Madison's South Side around 6:30 p.m. It's a home on Warner Street. Shively gave a statement to investigators saying he and his 25-year-old son were arguing over finances when the disagreement turned physical.
The victim is a male in his 20s. The medical examiner's office will release his identity I've been told that won't likely happen later this afternoon, but I can say it was a...
Ooh, she talks like someone I hate. Yeah, they found a second campsite, but they don't know if it's him. I don't know. Why would they think that he's wants to do this on his own? I mean, like, how bad is your family life? You're 13. I just don't know why they think that a 13-year-old would want to live off the grid. That's weird to me.
New tonight at 9, the family of a missing 13-year-old is now offering a $10,000 reward for his return. Police say more than a month ago, James Yablonski left home in a family car and hasn't been seen since. The car was later found near Devil's Lake State Park. Since then, dozens of police and members of the public have searched for him in the woods. Officials have theorized Yablonski may be trying to live off the grid as a survivalist. Anyone with information is asked to call the Sauk County Sheriff's Office.
I don't know. It just seems weird. The kid's 13, and he stole a car. He stole the family car. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right unless they're not telling us everything. But it just doesn't seem right.
Back here at home, new details on the search for a missing teen near Devil's Lake State Park. 13-year-old James Yablonski from Reedsburg has been missing for more than 24 hours. And there's now a statewide missing endangered person alert that has been issued. Through that alert, we now know what Yablonski was last seen wearing. According to the Sauk County Sheriff's Office, he was last seen wearing red shoes, blue jeans, an unknown shirt, and an unknown baseball hat. The alert also states his last suspected location is the area of Baraboo Bluffs near the westernmost portion of Devil's Lake State Park and northern area of the Sauk Prairie Recreation Area.
It's a very rugged terrain and it's a very wooded terrain. The woods is very thick. There's rock ledges, there's cliffs, there's it's very thick in there. It's hard. You could be 6-8 feet from another deputy and you can't see that deputy.
Officials add a handgun from the household is unaccounted for, which is why the search is no longer open to the public and community members. If you have any information leading to his whereabouts, you are asked to call the Sauk County Sheriff's Office.
Just a mom, which one? The one that you had last time? It's on the website. I'm pretty sure Oils is still up there. Let me look real fast. Still, but he's still 13. Kids driving? Yeah, it's there. If you go to shop, hold on, I'll show you. If you go to shop and then intention ritual oils. And then down here shows what each is. I have a few mint ones. I have the peppermint, lavender patchouli, lavender peppermint tea tree and chamomile. But if you just pick any one and then tell me you want the mint one, I'll look and see what I did last time. But yeah, that's where it is. But I'll look and see what I gave you last time. The boy is at the age of schizophrenia. Yeah, but you think he would survive? That's a long time to be away. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Sly Angel. Yeah, if you just pick any of them, just a mom, not a problem. I'll just look up what I gave you last time. How's your son, by the way? I haven't seen you in forever. So, all right, I'm going to get off, though, and get back to my cleaning and working. Yeah, you can do that here, too. You can get a driver's license that young. Not my kids, though. I made them wait. Dane's got a permit coming up. And that's the personal touch the Lord does for customers, always going above and beyond. Hell yeah. Seems he's surviving just... We don't even know if he's surviving. He may not be alive. Yeah, I don't think 13 should be stealing the family car either. Hell no. My Temu should be here soon. And speaking of Temu, it's probably here already. I am going to go live and do a Temu box opening on my other channel. On my, this channel. Hold on. I don't know. I think it's weird. Well. Temu. I don't know. What do I say? Temu? I call it Temu. No, police said they think he has access to water. He could be dead for all they know. They don't know. Alright, if you're not subbed up to my second channel, my old drama channel, there you go. A lot of you guys are probably subbed up to it anyway. But just in case you're not, that's where I'm going to do my Temu. Temu. I got 3 packages coming. I'm excited. I know, that's what I heard, Rock Jam. That if you send them the video, you get a discount. Which is kind of cool. 2 of the packages are kind of boring. One of them I'm interested. Temu Haul Upload. Those are really popular. What, instead of Alive? They're keeping tabs on him, I think. They know he's eating. I don't know. I hope so. Then why would... if they know where he is, why would the dad offer a $10,000 reward? I really don't think they know who he is. I'm where he is. Every dime counts. I agree. So, all right, let me get out of here, though. I got to eat something. Get back to my cleaning. It's going to be on my other channel. Ta-da. I need 4,000 hours on that channel. No, that'll be today. My Temu should be here. I'll probably do it in like an hour if it's here. Because I have no patience. I want to open them. I really seen uploaded hauls in the algorithm more than live hauls. All right, so then I'll do an upload. Jeesh. All right. But either way, I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for super chats, memberships, and I will see you all later. Peace.